Hello, I'm back with another episode of Build with Every Exotic. Today's exotic is the Orpheus Rigs. Now, as the Orpheus Rigs state, they provide ability energy for each target tethered by Deadfall Anchor, which will be the super that we are using. The additional thing is Morbius Quiver has an additional shot, but we won't be using that. Um, as it says ability energy, but it's also counting for your super, so we'll be getting super spam like no other with this build. Now, this build is something I personally use in every activity I can, and if you're struggling with a new Onslaught, I would highly recommend this because it will just make it a breeze. So, getting straight into it, we'll be going into our Void subclass, which of course we'll be using Deadfall as I mentioned before. Now, for your abilities, your dodge and your jump, you can run whatever you like there. That's just personal preference. The only melee you have is Snare Bomb, so of course you'll be running Snare Bomb. Now the grenade, which I personally reckon is quite important, is the Vortex Grenade, which not only does your super pull targets sort of in towards the center, but this will be doing more pulling into the center, getting you massive kills. Now, we need the grenade for this, as we'll be running mods on your helmet to get more super energy back to finish off the second half of your super. Now, aspects. Firstly, Stylish Executioner, which, when defeating a weakened, suppressed, or volatile target, grants you invisibility and true sight. Now, this is your only source of invisibility as well as your dodge, actually. So this isn't so much of a invis smoke bomb like you'd be running with Omnioculus or something like that, but it just helps. Invis definitely helps in most content. Of course, Vanishing Step, which is your dodge, which grants invisibility. Now for your fragments. The first one I run is Echo of Reprisal. Final blows when surrounded by combatants grant super energy. Even more super energy, of course. Next we got Echo of Succession. Uh, Finisher final blows create a burst of void damage that causes nearby targets to become volatile. Uh, the most important part of this one is defeating volatile targets creates a void breach. Now we will be using these void breaches. After that, Echo of Starvation. Picking up a void breach or an orb grants devour. So this isn't. This is your only source of devour. Is from those two things. So the void breaches from volatile will also work with this next fragment. Echo of Instability. Defeating targets with grenades grants weapon volatile rounds. Now, of course, volatile creates the breaches, which allow you to get devour. You can also create orbs, which we will be running things to create orbs to get more devour. It's just I like this as sort of a primary source. Now your weapons. So I'd just like to say you can run whatever you like. The most important thing is you run void weapons. So this is just for your volatile rounds to create those breaches, as well as volatile rounds is mad at ad clear. I love it. One of my favorite things. Now, if you have a weapon like I do, not this one, but like the brand new Recluse, which has repulsor as well as destabilizing rounds, that is a combo where you don't really need your grenades to start making breaches and doing the ad clear. You can just get that, as well as getting an overshield from, well, defeating debuff, avoid debuff targets grants overshields. So something like that is just amazing. Now your armor mods. So the armor mods I run are for the helmet, 2 Ashes to Assets, which is more super energy. After everything we've put into super energy, your grenade is pretty much just topping you off. As soon as you put down your super and you're defeating those combatants while you're surrounded, you're at the point where one grenade on 2 or 3 enemies should be getting the rest of your super finished. Of course, I'm running a harmonic siphon, which is for me void. So as long as I'm getting void double kills, I am creating an orb, as well as firepower, which is more orbs. So I can then use grenade kickstart. Now this is my only thing that's consuming orbs to get my grenades back a little bit quicker. Which Tether is also giving back ability energy, so we'll be getting more grenades there. Now for the chest piece, just run resist mods. I don't really have anything else to say there. For the leg armor, I will be running innovation, insulation, and absolution. And for the cloak, I am running 2 bombers, which is more grenade cooldown, as well as a reaper, so I can get an orb if I am in a panic and needing some devour. Now that I've shown everything that I run, I'm going to take us into an activity and show the true potential of the super regen because it is absolutely insane. Okay, the use of this build is pretty much the exact same as my Warlock build that I had with Skull of Dire Aramkara. It is as simple to get back your super as to use your super, where you'll get back large chunks, and then throw a grenade to get back more super energy with all the Ashes to Assets from your helmet. And just like that, I've got my super back. This is probably one of the quickest supers, I'd say, to get your supers back. That might be quicker, I'm not entirely sure there, but this is absolutely the most fun in my opinion. The explosions from your volatile rounds, as well as the grenade spam you're getting. Well, you're getting an increased grenade regen with Devour, and your survivability from Devour. I love this build. I've been using it pretty much since all the buffs came to it, like maybe even a year ago. And this has gotten me through Grandmasters, new content, dungeons, everything. Now I'm no Hunter main, but this makes me want to be a Hunter main, that's for sure.